Coffee is in the Yeti. Let's hit the road. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. This is my Christmas tree. It's before Christmas right now. Santa Claus don't lie, December 21st. For you guys watching this, videos like this tend to get views long into the future. They don't just get views the day that I post. So you might be watching this in May of 24, who knows? Colorado ZR2 is out there. We got that teal wrap with the black brink wheels, some Toyo Open Country 33 fat chunky tires, tinted windows, and a whole bunch more. So we're gonna dive into that truck right now. This is my Chevy Colorado ZR2. I wanna give a shout out to some of the modifications, the sponsors I have with this truck. First off, Vinyl Frog for providing this beautiful teal wrap and Liquid Wrap Labs for applying it. They did a great job, looks amazing. Also, Brink Wheels for giving me a chance to showcase their beautiful off-road wheels. If you guys want a set of those wheels, RFR on their website gets you $100 off. And to my most important sponsor ever, just so happens to be CVS brand motion sickness relief. No. Factor. That's right, Factor is back again, and I just so happen to be freaking starving. We have the chorizo chili right here, one of their delicious menu options. And thank God I have a Factor because it only takes 2 minutes to cook this delicious meal. Factor has been sponsoring this channel for a long time now, and there's a reason I keep picking them up, because it is the best meal subscription service I have ever had in my life. Delivered right to my door. Just pop it out of the package, poke a few holes, throw that thing in the microwave for 2 minutes, and you're ready to eat delicious restaurant quality meals for a fraction of the price. It's like a hot, cheesy, meaty jalapeno chili. Perfect for a cold winter's day. Warms you right up. And it's delicious. I don't know what happened with DoorDash and Uber Eats, but they are insanely expensive. They've always been expensive, but now it is truly unaffordable. You can cut the cost, keep the flavor, and maximize the convenience because the meals are ready for you right in your fridge whenever you want, and they're just 2 minutes away. Use my coupon code down below. It should be the first link in the description, and you can get your first Factor box for 50% off. So myself and Factor are here to help you cross meal prepping off your list this holiday season. Start the new year off right with nutritious, flavorful meals that get you back out the door or back to doing what you want to do on those jam-packed days. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you all. Thank you, Factor, so much for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for the support. I feel like I have to warn you guys, this is like a public service announcement before this video really gets started. We all know to be wary and careful around the Subaru gang. Extremely careful around the Mustang gang. You can never be too careful around the Corvette owners. They're insane. And we all know this group. This is essentially the car community's flat earthers. But no one ever warned you or warned me about the Colorado owners. The majority of them are old, scary, and confusing. So we were able to get a government grant to fund a warning safety video. Watch out for these warning signs whenever you're around a Colorado owner. Howdy folks, I'm your average Colorado driving, Bass Pro Shop shopping, last man standing watching, Mossy Oak sitting, substitute teacher down at the local middle school for shop class. That's where I lost one of my fingers. Yeah, there's two things I take pretty seriously around here. And that's my Chevy Colorado and keeping America free. And I do that by voting blue every time. That means Democrat. Liberal. I swear to God, Trump's the devil. Black people make me uncomfortable. 3 things I make sure I do. Number 1, get vaccinated and boosted 16 times because my wife told me to. Number 2, never tip my waitress. They piss me off to hell. And number 3, I will never off-road my Colorado. You know how much I pay a month for this thing? $250. That's higher than my A1C. Yeah, Chevy Colorado boys, we ain't nothing to be trifled with. I gotta be honest with you, frankly, we just don't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, don't worry, this ain't chewing tobacco. It's gum. So yes, I own a Chevy Colorado ZR2. This is the 2023 model year, and I'm assuming this generation is going to stick around for 4 to 5 years like they've been doing in the past. So far, extremely impressed. If you're looking to buy one, I don't know why you would hesitate. I can do nothing but just be sort of a salesman for this truck. Just tried and true. Owned this truck for around 6 months. By the time you're viewing this, God only knows how long I've owned it because these videos tend to grow a little bit more in the future. But so far, the complaints I have been pretty minimal. Now, when it comes to something as simple as gas mileage, you're not really going to get that. That's one of the drawbacks with one of these smaller trucks is you're losing stuff with the full-size truck, but not gaining it with the mid-size truck. And it sucks because these things still come at a price tag of over $50,000, and this isn't even the upgraded version of the Bison. And I think GMC Canyons are still more expensive. But regardless, it's a tough pill to swallow spending all that money for such a small truck. That's 50 grand for a 4-cylinder engine, mid-size, still poor gas mileage, and a truck bed that's about big enough to fit your mom's dresser that she just bought off Facebook Marketplace, and you're trying to help her haul it. That's pretty much all you're gonna fit in this tiny little bed. So why would you spend $50,000 on this truck? Well, in my opinion, it's a truck second, it's an off-roader first. If you're getting a Colorado ZR2, you are meant to off-road it, not to haul, not to save money. You're out here off-roading, and it's extremely capable and competitive whenever it comes to this. You can take my opinion for what it's worth. I've owned a Colorado ZR2 before this one, heavily modified. It was insanely capable before it was modified. A Silverado ZR2, which I have mixed opinions on that machine. That's why I went back to the Colorado ZR2. So I sort of have somewhat of a rap sheet with these things. Now, I'm still an idiot, but take it for what it's worth. So the gas mileage is bad. Does it worry me at all? Not in the least. This is not why I own this truck. I own this truck because, again, it's capable, fun, and relatively inexpensive. And to tell you the truth, this truck is capable of hauling if you're willing to take the risk like I did and go a little bit over its rated tow capacity. It handled it fine, just favored the trailer a little bit more, should have had a little bit more tongue weight, but regardless, this truck did well. And for those of you wondering, the factory color I have is the Nitro Yellow, which I cannot recommend enough. The only other two I think I would have, I mean, all the colors look pretty great on this truck, is the Glacier Blue or the Sand Dune Metallic would look fantastic, especially with these like military style brake wheels. Moving to the interior of the truck, I cannot believe from the factory these things do not come with WeatherTech floor mats. Now, I'm sure that's a dealer add-on, but like the Silverado ZR2 not coming factory with rock sliders on every single truck, which it should have, that's what they should have done on the Colorado ZR2, is give you WeatherTech floor mats no matter what, because it's gonna get messy, as you can see. But why I bring up the rock sliders, because every single Colorado ZR2 comes with factory rock sliders, which is an absolute must. These things may cost around $1,000, but I can assure you they will save you thousands of dollars in the future if you off-road. So the interior, I don't know how much more Chevy could have done to have made this essentially perfect. The only complaints I have is they never know what to do with the phone charger, and they just cannot help themselves with the chrome, or whatever you want to call this. I guess it's almost like a brushed nickel. The piano finish is what I'm after. I've been saying this for years. If this was all black, all black, all black, like that, piano finish, that's what we want. We want more of this. It scratches easy, it gets dirty, but it looks sick because this scratches too. So get rid of the chrome, Chevy. Get rid of the chrome. Leave that on your 2500 dualies. They used to have ZR2 inlays here. It was like a big plate that said ZR2. It was awesome. It was like a bar sign. It was so cool. They got rid of that. They used to have stitching in the headrest that said ZR2. It's something to be proud of. They got rid of that, and they slapped this little badge over here, which is great. It's in the passenger's face, and added this camo pattern. Those are all awesome, but why get rid of the stuff that was already awesome, like the stitched headrest and the nameplates down here? Because Corvette has that. They didn't get rid of it, but the ZR2 did. Yellow seatbelts are an option. I highly recommend them. You can see how insanely dirty the inside of the truck is. These seatbelts, I was worried about them getting dirty. They're still spotless. So, and I definitely have like grabbed onto these with dirty hands. No difference. They look amazing. One thing I love about these off-roading trucks is that they come with a factory 2-inch lift. That is huge. But for whatever reason, it's not enough. Chevy always thinks about the front end of the truck. There's so much clearance, plenty, almost enough for 37s from the factory. But on the back, I don't know what it is. On the Silverado ZR2 and previous generation Colorado ZR2s, they never even think about the back half of the wheel well in the front for turning. So even on my Silverado ZR2 from the factory tires would rub, and it's always these stupid carpet inserts or the inside of these little fender liners. So I have some aftermarket chunkier 33s. They're bigger than the factory 33s that come with it, but if I wanted to step these up to 35s, there'd be no chance. It'd be rubbing like crazy, and I would have to cut my new truck. Now I know what people are thinking. It's like, why would you have to bump the tire size up? 35 is a pretty modest tire size. It's not anything crazy. It's just one of my biggest complaints with these trucks. I don't know why they do this. It'd be so easy to make room for it. If we want to do it, then we can do it. I'm not asking for 37s. I understand that I'm going to have to do some type of modification to fit 37s, but just 35s, you're already doing it on your AEV Bison. I'm sure people are saying that in the comments. Just make it an option on these trucks. They do it on the Bronco. Let's do it on your Premier Off-Roader. All right, so the big problem here, this is the reason you guys clicked on the video in the first place, is reliability, build quality. Straight up, it's lacking. It's been lacking for years. My previous Colorado had issues with that. My Silverado ZR2 was a nightmare. Chevy is extremely reluctant to cover warranties. They will fight you every step of the way. They didn't cover my two vehicles, so that sucks. With this current vehicle, we had the problem with the battery. That was an easy enough fix. They fixed that, no problem. But we, again, have a new problem that threw a check engine light. This one's going to be pretty costly. And I will reveal all the happenings in the next video here about what is up with the Colorado ZR2 and why this is just insane. So that's one thing. The rest have been just real
finicky complaints, nothing big. They shouldn't be deal breakers. I mean, you know what you're getting yourself into, but build quality, that's something that we grew up with and know. I feel like for the most part, Chevy has been a rock solid company up until just the last couple of years, and that may be across the board. I don't know if it's the strikes, the supply shortages, or what, but it doesn't seem to be getting better. Reliability is an issue. Build quality is an issue. Trim pieces need snap back in. My exhaust pipe had a bolt that was nearly, like, completely walked off from the stud holding it on. The transmission seems to shudder in this just like it did in my Silverado ZR2. Nothing confirmed yet, and I know that's not the Trek engine light. This is just beginning symptoms that I'm feeling already. So build quality, that's a big issue. If you can somehow luck out and not get a lemon or one that just has issues, you're in the clear. I have a feeling that this is the best truck that Chevy has ever made. Stick with me on this, because it's the most capable by far, and it comes with the best products from the factory. And if you can get your hands on like a GMC, one of the Bisons, or even just the Chevy Bison, they're pretty much one and the same, you got it made. If it doesn't break down on you, which they all shouldn't, but I'm hearing a lot of stuff on forums and stuff like that these trucks are just not holding together too well. If you can just get past that and maybe get some of those parts fixed, you have the best off-roading truck from the factory out there. I will say, because it's better than the Gladiator. It has a shorter wheelbase. Ram doesn't even make one, and Ford has the Ranger, which it'll wipe the floor with any Ranger except the Raptor. I don't know much about that yet, but we'll have to see. I would love to test one of those head-to-head. But aside from that, great truck. Reliability is an issue. So that's why I think people are just kind of holding on to their money, afraid to take the leap. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for the support, sticking with me this year. It was an amazing, successful year. Cannot wait until next year. We have some huge news dropping outside of truck content on the channel. Should be next video. I don't have really anything else lined up. I have ideas, but it's a big one, so I hope you guys are ready, because I'm so excited. If you made it this far in the video, say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, just let me know down in the comments. Likes are always appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. RFRacing717 on Instagram to see all the content before the channel does. Lots more planned with the Colorado ZR2 once we get all the wrinkles ironed out. See you guys next time.